Hello. Welcome to Cardboard Township. These are the cardboard modules that I build before we start actual construction in every van. I let the clients walk through a cardboard rendition of what the van's going to be like. It's much better than a two-dimensional plan. You can look at all the drawings you want, but if you can walk through a van that's built to spec, that's the best way to do it. So this only took me 4 days. 4 days with some interruptions and filming to build all these modules. I had a very unique situation this go round, this season, this build season. I've got two Ford Transits. One's a 250, one's a 350. They're both the same chassis size. They're both extended chassis. So the interior dimensions are the same. They each want very different types of floor plans, and they're each going to have very different uses with these vans. That's a good thing, because that allowed me to build all these different types of modules and give each of these two clients 2 or 3 options for each of the sections of the van build. So I'm going to set up each one of these vans according to what we've already discussed. Then when they sit in there and maybe they say, I love it, go for it. Or they say, oh, this isn't what I thought. This is a little tight. Well, that's when I can come in, pull out one thing, put in another. I can transform the floor plan with everything I have here, and now they can really make an educated choice. They're sitting in it. They're living in it. Have I beat that horse enough? These are all my water tanks. I've got a 37-gallon right here. I've got a 45 and a 50-gallon. And the dimensions of these tanks become real players when you're designing and putting things in place in the van. It's like a big game of Tetris. This is the Mama Luke. This is my lithium battery, 630 amp hour lithium battery. It's such a big case that it becomes a real player when you're trying to design space allocations. This is something I'm very excited for. This is an L-shaped galley. I've had this in my pea brain for a long time now, and I finally have an opportunity to put it in one of the vans. I absolutely love this. It's a 6-foot long galley, and then it has a 5-foot return with a hutch. Look how cute that hutch is. And if you notice on the galley portion, I do have drawers and doors tucked in behind the return, just in case we want to see what it looks like, not an L-shaped galley, but a straight 6-foot galley. Then I just remove the L on the hutch, and I've got a full 6-foot galley. Ditto on this side. I've got a full 5-foot galley that I can also use with the L or straight. So it's giving both clients an opportunity to see what these vans look like with different components in place. A couple of dinette benches here. For dining, the left one is going to go over a wheel well. This right one is going to house a toilet, composting toilet, and it's then going to convert into a single bed for the client's sister when she wants to come traveling with her. She'll have a nice private place to sleep. Here is a refrigerator module. I spoke about the different options I can give these clients. This is a module designed to take the isotherm refrigerator I put in my Pleasureway, and because I had a little more width on this floor box, I was able to put in a couple of cubby drawers. So in this instance, I'm just showing that that space is available. We may use 4 cubby drawers. We may use 1 cubby drawer and then a tall opening to slide things in. We don't know at this point, but it gives them a good sense of what's possible. And then there's an overhead cabinet that would go on top of this refrigerator module if they decided they didn't want to go with the full size. This module is to house the refrigerator that I put in Sam's van. It's a big isotherm fridge freezer with a cabinet on top. So when you put something like this in the van alongside a shower box, this is a 24 by 36 net shower box, and it has a little closet and drawers, little armoire on the side of it to take care of the space where the wheel well is. But if you don't want to have this much in your face, then you might consider a smaller refrigerator, and it just opens the van up slightly. Here's another refrigerator option. This client asked for a side-by-side refrigerator, and Isotherm makes one. I have a large refrigerator compartment and then a freezer door and another hutch on top. I love these hutches. They're going to give a real homey feel to this particular van, and these are just some ideas that I had based on my discussions with the particular client. Another part of the cardboard walkthrough is to give the clients the opportunity to lay on their bed and see exactly how that fits, the bed height, the bed length, how it relates to the windows and the ceiling and the cabinets. So I will actually put a full bed in here. This particular van is getting a queen size bed. We're gonna make this one 75 by 60, and I'll put a mattress in there and I'll let the clients lay down, get a sense for what sleeping is gonna be like. And then of course we have the garage. I'll do this full build out in the garage for them out of the pine stick framing. And it gives them a sense of how much storage space they're going to have, where are the breakers and the components and the water heaters going. On this left side, you see this long space, this alleyway. That's for 2 bicycles on a sliding tray. So we need the depth for you to pull that tray out and put it back, which means my components, my water heater, my fresh water tank, my battery, BMS, inverter, can't go all the way across back there. I have to stop it, make room for the bicycles, and then I have a side shelf here if I need to come forward. The cardboard framing is a very simple process. We're dealing with 2x2 pine stick. It's very inexpensive at the Home Depot. I buy it in 8-foot lengths and I cut it down for my different modules. I cut it to the specific sizes that I think I want these modules to finally live in the van. We need to get a sense of proportion and scale. How wide is that aisle? Can they move past one another comfortably in the aisle? That's why I do this, because it's a far better indicator than looking at drawings or even 3D renderings. So I just nail it all together, 2.5-inch nails in the nail gun. I just bought this year to do this. I used to screw these together, rock solid. Takes a little bit longer. With a nail gun, it goes a lot faster. Like I said, I did all those modules in 4 days with distractions and filming. But I might have been rushing because I actually shot myself in the finger with this nail gun twice. In my defense, it was on 2 separate days. But still, twice? If I do it a 3rd time, I'm checking myself into the psych ward. Next week, after the cardboard walkthrough is done and the clients are on their way back to their home states, I tear everything out of these vans. Right before I begin production, I'll do a tail of the tape. I'll come into these empty Ford Transits. They're both extended chassis, so that's what I have to work with. But I'll do all the measurements of this van, all the measurements you need if you're designing a van. I've already done this with the ProMaster Extended, and I compared that to a Sprinter 170 normal chassis. So now I'll pull that video back out, I'll grab those segments, and we'll add this Ford. So now I'll make a new video where we compare the 3 vans all in one video. Ford Extended, ProMaster Extended, Sprinter 170 normal. I did, my first build was on the Sprinter 170 Extended, 24-foot long van. What a beauty, what a flagship. I didn't do much of a tail of the tape of that one. I did a little bit actually, and I think I can pull that video out too. That's pretty old, but I think I can find that. Maybe we'll be able to do a comparison on 4 vans. That'd be pretty cool. So that'll be in a week or so.